All right, let's get right into it. A huge thanks to the folks at Very Professional for helping us put together this discussion on a problem that, let's be honest, affects almost all of us, that nagging back pain you get from sitting in a chair all day. If that sounds a little too familiar, then you are in exactly the right place. We're going to break down a super simple guide to help you finally beat the chair.
I mean, does this question just hit you right where it hurts? We all know that feeling, right? It's the middle of the afternoon, the ache starts creeping in, the stiffness sets in, and suddenly your workspace feels more like a pain zone. You start fidgeting, you're shifting around, just trying to find that one magic position that doesn't hurt, but it just feels impossible.
Well, the first thing you need to know is that if you're nodding along right now, you are definitely not alone. Millions of us are in this exact same boat. But here's the really good news. Getting rid of that chair-induced pain doesn't mean you need to buy expensive gadgets or start some complicated new routine. The solution is actually way more straightforward than you might think. So we're going to tackle this with a really simple framework. 3 powerful pillars. First up, we'll dive into your environment. That means your physical workspace. Then we're going to move on to your body, how to actually strengthen it and get it ready for the day. And finally, we'll get into your habits, those small daily actions that honestly make all the difference. Ready? Let's jump in.
Okay, pillar number 1 is all about creating your personal pain-free zone. This is where we take back control of our desk, our chair, and our monitor. You know, these little adjustments might seem small, but they are the absolute foundation for everything else, so getting this part right is crucial.
Let's start with one of the most common mistakes I see all the time, seat height. So if your seat is too low, like you see on the left, your knees are higher than your hips, and that puts a ton of pressure on your lower back. But if it's too high, your feet are just dangling, which can cut off circulation. The fix is so simple. Just adjust your chairs so your feet are flat on the floor and your knees are just a little bit lower than your hips. It is a tiny change with a massive, massive impact.
But that's not all. Here's where a lot of us go wrong with our shoulders. If your armrests are off, either too high or too low, you are creating constant tension in your neck and shoulders. You probably don't even notice you're doing it. The solution? Get those armrests adjusted so your forearms are parallel to the floor with your elbows at a nice, relaxed 90-degree angle. Seriously, your shoulders are going to thank you for it, like immediately.
And this quote, this right here, is a complete mindset shift. So often we try to twist our bodies to fit our desk setup, but that is totally backwards. You've got to get your chair right first. Feet flat, knees in the right spot, arms relaxed. Then you make everything else, your desk, your monitor, conform to you. Think of it this way. Your chair is the throne, and the rest of the kingdom has to align with it.
Now, if you want a totally foolproof way to nail this, UCLA Health has this fantastic 3-step check. First up is the elbow measure. Make sure you've got that perfect 90-degree angle we just talked about. Second, the thigh measure. You should be able to slide your fingers easily under your thigh right at the front edge of the chair. If it's too tight, you probably need a footrest. And third, the calf measure. Check that you can fit a clenched fist between the front of your chair and the back of your calf. Easy.
And here's another quick pro tip for you, this time for seat depth. Why does this even matter? Well, getting the depth right supports your thighs without squishing the nerves and blood vessels behind your knees. You know that annoying pins and needles feeling? This helps prevent that. So just slide your seat back or forward until you've got about a 2 to 3 finger gap there.
Okay, stay with me. This next point might actually surprise you. I want you to think of your head as a bowling ball. Yeah, a bowling ball. When it's balanced right on top of your spine, your body handles the weight just fine. But as Ergo Global points out, if your monitor is too low, you start to tilt that bowling ball forward, and for every single inch you lean, you are adding a huge amount of pressure to your neck and upper back. The fix? Get that monitor up so the top of the screen is at or just below your eye level.
All right, so we've optimized our environment. Now let's move on to our second pillar, your body's toolkit. Because look, a perfect setup is great, but we also have to prepare our bodies to be resilient. This part is all about giving your body the strength and the flexibility it needs to handle a long workday without falling apart.
So to protect your back, you really need to understand what a neutral spine is. And the Fix program has this brilliant analogy. Just picture your pelvis as a bowl that's full of water. If you're slouching, you're spilling the water out the back. If you arch your back too much, you're spilling it out the front. A neutral spine is that perfect sweet spot where the bowl is level. That keeps your spine perfectly aligned and free from strain.
Need a quick way to release those tight hips and glutes? You have to try the seated figure 4, which comes from Spine Care. It's super easy. While you're sitting, just place one ankle over the opposite knee. Then, gently pull that bent knee across your body. You should feel this amazing stretch deep in your glutes. Just hold it for about 20 to 30 seconds. This is an absolute game changer for releasing all that tension that builds up from sitting.
You know, sitting literally compresses your spine all day long. So here's a way to fight back with an instant decompression lift, also from Spine Care. Just grab the armrests or the sides of your chair, straighten your legs out a little bit, and then use your arm strength to lift your butt just an inch or two off the seat. Let your body hang there for about 30 seconds. Gravity will do the work, gently pulling on your spine and giving you instant relief.
And here's a quick did you know that really shows why core strength is so important. According to the FIX program, your deepest core muscle, the transversus abdominis, basically acts like a natural corset or girdle for your spine. When that muscle is strong, it literally wraps around your midsection, protecting and stabilizing your back. It's like your body's own built-in weightlifting belt. And now it's time for our final pillar, your daily moves. We've set up our space, we've prepped our body, now it's time to actually integrate all this into our day with smart, sustainable habits. This is the part that makes being pain-free just an automatic part of your workday.
First, let's just bust a major myth. We have all been told to find that one single correct posture and then just hold it all day long. But that idea is completely outdated. The new truth, based on what we know now, is that constantly changing postures is what's actually healthy. Staying in any one position for too long, even a so-called good one, creates strain. The real key is movement.
So how do you actually put that into practice? Try this incredibly simple pro tip, the 20-8-2 rule. The idea is to break every half hour into 3 little chunks. You spend 20 minutes sitting, then you spend 8 minutes standing, and finally, you take 2 minutes for some light movement. Walk around, get some water, do a quick stretch. It's a simple rhythm that keeps your body from getting stuck.
Now, if you're new to the whole standing desk thing, please don't just jump in and try to stand for hours at a time. You'll just get tired and sore. This table shows a much smarter, gradual plan. In week 1, you just stand for 5 minutes every half hour. By the time you get to week 6, you've comfortably worked your way up to 15 minutes. It's a smart way to build up your endurance and make standing a habit, not a chore.
And for those 2-minute movement breaks we talked about, what can you actually do? Well, here are some super simple desk exercises from Healthline. You can do a gentle torso twist in your chair, a few shoulder shrugs to release that tension, and some slow neck rolls to loosen everything up. These literally take seconds, but they make a world of difference in preventing stiffness.
So, let's bring it all together. What have we learned? It really all comes down to these 3 pillars. Number 1, optimize your environment. Get that chair, desk, and monitor set up for your body, not someone else's. 2, strengthen your body. Use those stretches and decompression lifts to build resilience. And 3, diversify your habits. Remember the goal: sit, stand, and move all throughout your day.
And this powerful quote from a Macquarie University source really drives the main point home. A standing desk isn't some magic pill. The ultimate goal isn't just to stand more. The goal is to sit less and, most importantly, to move more. Movement is the real antidote to the problems of a sedentary workday.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. Forget about trying to find one single perfect static posture. It doesn't exist. Your best posture is always your next one. This completely reframes the goal. It's not about being still, it's about being dynamic. So, as we finish up here, I'll just ask you, what will your next posture be?